Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, to the world of magic and miracles. On this beautiful winter day, therefore we're inside. My drive-in to Santa Barbara from up north this morning was absolutely stunning. The clouds we have. As I was approaching the mountains here, you don't often see those kind of clouds. They were billowy, beautiful, lots of them. It was quite a dramatic sight. If I hadn't been driving, I would have taken pictures. One of the things I love about when these beautiful clouds show up is I always feel the visitors that are here with us, hidden in the clouds. And it gives me a really warm feeling. And speaking of warm feelings, yesterday, as I was spending time at home in Solvang, I heard a little bird sound that I hadn't heard in that particular from our living room before. I think I had the sliding glass door open. It caught my attention, then I was distracted. And then I was walking by, and then he started speaking to me again and made me look. And it was this beautiful little bird that I don't think I've ever seen there before. And it was very clear that he just wanted to get my attention. He stayed there long enough so we could make contact. And then he was gone. And I realized he was there trying to get my attention for quite a little while. And it was a wonderful, especially wonderful greeting and connection on my birthday yesterday. I'm so thrilled by those connections. I know I speak of it often, but I love to share the experience. There's been so much that continues to pour in through all of these broadcasts here at the Advancement Center. And once again, yesterday's broadcast by Robert, just beyond the excitement that keeps growing. And the support we're continually given is so phenomenal. It's beyond words. The joy that I experience. And as I mentioned yesterday to our family after the broadcast, it seems lately I hear less. Well, it's not that I hear less. I experience more. I travel more. The experience seems to completely bypass the brain. So when it's over and we celebrate, my ability to bring any of the words back is almost gone. Unless someone says something, and then it will jog and it will maybe bring something back. But it's quite an experience. It's beyond explanation because there's a lot happening. There's a lot coming in. There's a lot going out. There's a lot of flow happening. It's massive. And last night, as I chose to edit yesterday's broadcast, to choose some gem for the invitation for this week, it was such an incredible experience. It always is, but when you do put yourself in a position of seeing and hearing the words in an editorial capacity, there's something that happens for me that is so magic. It's like I'm getting a whole new experience. And actually, I think with each of us, each time we broadcast, even though we may use some of the same words, and it's always new. There's always something new. And then you watch it again, if you happen to, and it's new again. It's pretty brilliant. And all I can do is capture a moment, something that flags me down and says, pick me. And then the process of creating it and sending it out to all that are connected with us at the Advancement Center mailing list. It's just magic. There's so much magic. And every time I experience, even if it seems like something really small, it's so fun to share it because the thrill of the experience of it, because it's usually a surprise at first. There's that moment of you almost, I think it's your brain trying to comprehend this thing that just happened, that it's your brain is going, how did you do that? How did that happen? And I shared it yesterday, but I'm going to share it here. It's very small, but it was so fabulous. The hotel where I work has several little retail shops in it. Very expensive, this one. It's an Italian clothing store with the finest cashmeres and just amazing material. And in my own home, unfortunately, the moths and the critters love to, that's the first thing they seem to go for, is your softest, most beautiful sweaters, your cashmere sweaters, your softest cotton tops. Well, I had gone in as had no traffic. I was slow, and I just went in for a visit as they were about to close up. And just at that moment, a moth flew into their store. They have at least 10-foot ceilings in there. And I instantly was, oh, no, this will not do. You cannot have a moth in this kind of a store overnight, and they had nothing to capture it and I just, without thought, just was following it with my eyes, and I walked over to the corner where it had flown way up high, way up above me. And I just, again, without thought, just reached up my hand. And the moment I did, it flew right onto my hand. It was like, and so I gently put my hand over it and I walked outside and I let it go. Well, of course, the reaction from the woman in the store was fabulous because she couldn't believe it either and was delighted and tickled. And but isn't that the beauty of every magic moment? It doesn't matter how small. You get so there's this feeling of delight and awe and amazement, and this is this life. Every We have so many moments of magic. And I think it's one of the things that I so love about nature because it's so easy for me to see those moments. There's so many of them for me out in nature. My my senses beyond our the ones we talk about here, all of them are so open, and the connections that I make when I'm in nature are just numerous. The beans that you can't see, the beans that you can see, the trees, the sky, the clouds, and the fact that these amazing little birds, I love it the very first time I heard Robert say this. It's not like you walk into the woods and the birds show up. They open their dimension to you when they feel it and they let you in. What an amazing honor it is to be allowed in to the dimension of these most gentle creatures. So for one to come and visit me on my porch, I did just recently buy a little miniature Christmas tree just because I wanted some life out there and it drew me. Of course, that was my mind's first thought was, oh, it's because you got a tree that this bird came to visit. But shortly after, I realized it was a little more than that. This amazing new, I don't know what to call it, this ability we have to open a new channel, to fill it with people, to create the future that you see is so brilliant. I'm so excited. And it is one of those things, how the mind, especially here in the physical, and with me, I can get sucked into situations and energies that are not desirable. and have them take my attention. So to be able to just open a channel and create my own future is amazing. And I hope I can, no, scratch that. I am going to practice this more and more so that it just becomes second nature, so that I can dwell completely in my connection with my creator, with my twin, and create this beautiful life that lays just ahead, that's right here, and even changing the past. It's quite amazing. These are just some of the abilities that we have. Once again, it's like the information has started swirling again. This happens often when I sit here. It's simply movement, big movement, for which I cannot at this moment assign words to. Again, it's the sensation of swirling sparkles, magic. It's creation. Creation itself is happening right now. And the feeling is exquisite. There's tingling sensations. There's visions of colors and light. So I cannot give you any detail, but it's there for you and me. To have the time of your life, creating, dancing with joy, singing at the top of your lungs. I just saw the picture I chose for this week's invitation, and now I know why. It was the feeling that I get when I look at that picture of a little girl, like painting the sky, but she's creating it. It's all a creation. It's all a masterful creation that each one of us has the ability to do. And the most exciting part is that we're all becoming mad artists of life. So throw up your hands with me. I just want to say celebrate, enjoy this incredible moment in time now and in the future, and now and forever. Have the time of your life is all I can say. And as always, I send each and every one of you watching here with us today, or maybe sometime in the future, a perfect life, perfect health, and a most magic future. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Genya.